Hello everybody! So probably the most common question I hear was, how did I get started playing the fiddle? Well, it was merely by accident. Purely by accident. One of my sisters actually wanted to learn how to play violin, and I told her, ew, that's icky, you don't want to play violin. I still kind of think I was right, but anyway, I was one of those old skulls. I've always kind of been an old soul. I prefer taking a horse to town if they'll let me. I would prefer using campfire, heat, or whatever. Candlelight, reading a book. I prefer those things. I enjoy that. Kind of the homesteading, survivalist kind of mental capacity, I guess. I don't know. I'm a nut. I'm born 100 years too late. Let's just put it that way. But when I was a kid, when I was about 5 years old, I would listen to old movies that my parents would listen to. And, like Sons of the Pioneers and different things like that. And in there, they'd have, the fiddle players, the guitar players, everyone would get together and have a barn dance. And oh my word, I cried my heart out. I wondered, where'd the music go to? Where'd the music that the pioneers danced to? It's just gone. It's just gone. I was so mortified. Well, years later, I think I was about 8 years old, I went on a 3rd grade school field trip. And that trip ended out being to a strings program that some of my other upperclassmen were doing. And they played the violin, and they played viola, they had cellos, and they had some basses there. And one of the tunes they played happened to be a fiddle tune called Boil 'em Cabbages. I did not know the name of that tune, but I knew enough that I liked it. And me being an old soul, of course, I'm going to want to sign up for that. Well, the next year, that teacher came to my class. I was a 4th grader. And I looked her right in the eye and said, I know exactly who you are. The poor lady. Well, I ended up signing up for violin lessons and I forgot to tell my parents about it. And they ended up pulling me aside, and they got a letter from my teacher, my soon-to-be teacher. Says, man, we don't even have a violin for you. How the heck are we going to do this? Well, God's awesome, as always. So, turns out we had a violin that one of my cousins had that was just my size. So, they were able to get me sized up with this violin, and oh man, it was just heaven for me. My teacher then told me that to keep my bow off the strings, and I was too excited with myself, so I was learning Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, going. I was all just delighted, all proud of myself. And then my second song, again, I couldn't help myself. My teacher says, you need to stay with the class, and of course I couldn't do that. I'm not bent that way. So she shook her head, and she said, man, you really like that fiddle tune, don't you? I said, yeah, I really do. And she says, well, then I need to take you somewhere. She took me to my first bluegrass jam. Now, the jam session just happened to be at our local museum in town, and it was like a pioneer village. So I'm surrounded by all these antique things, these wood stoves, these old clothing, statues of horses and horse tack, and they had an old pipe organ in this big old great room, and everybody sitting, picking and grinning, playing guitar and banjo and fiddle players, and I went, man, the old music isn't gone, it's right here. I was sold ever since. So from that point on, I realized I was not going to be a violinist, that I was born to be a fiddle player. So now everyone blames my poor teacher and looks at her and says, so, you're responsible for that? Always pointing at me, because, come on, I get myself into things very quickly and not always so quickly back out of it. Come on, I walk into walls. Things happen. Things just happen. But I love to play, and it's one of the greatest joys of my life, and I hope I can share that with all of you. And so that's how I got started playing the fiddle, and the rest, I guess, is just history. So hopefully maybe some of you guys might be inspired to learn to play fiddle as well. And yeah, so this is how I got started playing the fiddle. And then from there I played guitar, and everything just spiraled off of that. So, have a good one, guys, and may your own stories be something awesome. Hopefully, maybe you found a talent that you didn't realize you had, that because of someone else doing something that you enjoyed, maybe you found out that you had a knack for it too. So, if that's possible, go ahead and share the story in the comments below. I don't have one of those little signs at the bottom of the screen, so hey, someone just gave me a camera. This is it. This is what I got. So hopefully by this camera, that was a gift, it's just been awesome, I can make a positive difference in the world. So if you give someone a gift, make sure it's going to be used for something really, really good, because chances are it's going to help a lot of people maybe at some point in the future. I hope anyway. I have a lot of hope. Sometimes that hope doesn't always float, but I used to have a lot of hope in the world. So, yeah, this is how that goes. I'll see y'all later. Bye.